Let's bring in the former Knick and former Knicks assistant Herb Williams. He joins us on the MSG 150 Speed Dial presented by Fios by Verizon. And Herb, we're going to ask you to go into the Wayback Machine all the way back to 1981 when you were the 14th overall pick coming out of Ohio State by the Pacers. What was that like for you?
Well, it was exciting. Actually, they flew me into New York for the draft. If I hadn't left the year before, Denver would have taken me number 3, but went back to school, didn't have a great senior year. Ended up going 14 to the Indiana Pacers, which was a blessing. Hadn't talked to him before the draft. Talked to, I think I talked to Denver, talked to Atlanta, and a couple other teams, but Indiana wasn't a team that I thought was interested in me.
Herb, can you describe your rookie season? Just tell us maybe what were the adjustments like? What was your season like as a rookie?
Well, when I first went into camp, I was playing center. And we probably had about 40 plays. And right before the season, probably 2 or 3 days before the season, they moved me to power forward. And the coach asked me, did I know the plays from the power forward? And I told him, of course I do. He says, no way you can know all those plays from the power forward. Because that's the way I was taught to learn every position. And we went to the gym and we went through a couple of plays, and the assistant coach looked at me and was like, okay, you do know it. So I moved to power forward, ended up starting at power forward. But I had some great guys there to help me out a lot, helped me to stay in the league, helped me to understand the league. George McGinnis, Johnny Davis, Louis Orr, Mike Bannum. Those guys were like mentors to me. They took care of me. They told me about the lay of the land. They told me about different players. So they speeded up the process, and they made me understand what the NBA was all about.
Herb, it's amazing. In '96, the Knicks traded you to the Raptors. You play one game with the Raptors. They waived you, and then you re-signed with the Knicks. Crazy sequence. What's your reaction to the Raptors winning the championship?
Do I get a ring?
Why not? Why not?
I think it's great for the league. Anytime you can have global appeal. You know, that team in Toronto, they played well. I mean, they made an addition with Kawhi Leonard, and we seen him down in San Antonio. We know what kind of player he is. And not only did they have you mentioned Toronto, but you got to talk about the whole country of Canada. I think was behind that team. When you watch them, everybody was excited about them. So I think that bodes well for the NBA. I mean, you hate to see Golden State with players get injured, but anytime you play in the finals, anytime you get to the finals, you win a championship. It's a lot of luck and a lot of skill, and things didn't happen well for them, but you got to give Toronto credit. They came out and they took it to them every game, and to win every game on a home court in another team's venue, that's pretty much impossible to do.
All right, Herb, a lot going on this week, obviously, NBA-wise, but especially this AD trade. Talk to us about your thoughts on the AD trade. Do you think this is a good move? Does he fit in well with LeBron and the Lakers?
Well, I think anybody fit with LeBron. LeBron's more, he can score the ball, but he's more of a facilitator. And I think he'll get AD in positions where he can do things. And they didn't have to give up Kuzma. So you got a pretty good front line there if you look at AD, Kuzma, and LeBron. And it just depends on the pieces you add with them. I think they still have some cap space right now, so they can go get some role players. And with those 3 guys, you're going to need shooters, so they're going to have to probably go out and get some shooters. But AD, I mean, anybody he plays with, he's going to make them better. That team in New Orleans, I thought was a pretty good team. I mean, they traded Rondo. They didn't sign Rondo back as a free agent, and I thought he was more so the glue because Holiday could go to the 2, and they were very effective. I thought they would make another push, but they chose to go in another direction.
Herb, we know you watch big men around the league, including the Knicks, obviously. What did your opinion of Mitchell Robinson after his first year?
Very talented, raw. I think he's going to be pretty good. Just need to keep working on his game, showing he can block shots. He's real active. You just got to add to your game. And I think sometimes players get caught up in trying to add like 4, 5, 6 different moves. All you want to do is add a move and a counter move, work on your jump shot, and just do basic things and get your fundamentals down. And you'll be very successful in the NBA.
Herb, what are your impressions of RJ Barrett? Clearly he's projected to go to the Knicks, but have you seen him play a lot? What do you think of his game?
Very talented kid. I mean, at 6'8", can handle the ball, lefty, can shoot it, seems to be pretty good inside. He can pass the ball. So you got a kid that's multidimensional, and not to mention the guys that they have around him. I mean, Steve Nash, as I think is his godfather. I'm not sure, but I think Steve. I heard his name mentioned a couple of times. So anybody can tell you that Steve Nash is one of the best point guards ever played in the league. So to have that knowledge and then the knowledge from his father is going to speed up the process. But the one thing you have to realize is that you're getting an 18, 19-year-old kid, so it's going to take some time.
Herb, do you think Zion's a lock to be a foundational player, superstar?
I don't know if he's a lock to be a superstar, but I think he's going to be a tremendous player. He has when you look at his athletic ability, he's off the chart. Sort of remind me a little bit of a Charles Barkley when Charles first came in the league, except Charles used to post more. A guy that can take the ball off the glass and go end to end. He's quick enough to get to the basket to get his shot off. I think once he gets that 15, 18-foot shot down, he's pretty much going to be impossible to stop. Until he does that, and then I think he's going to be a very good pro. I think he's going to be a very good pro for a long time.
Herb, most importantly of all, who's got the better golf game, you or John Starks?
John is going to tell you he do because
he did. Just so you know, he did tell us he has a better golf game than you.
You got to say yourself. Come on.
we play for like small funds, and he seems to win a lot. Although last time we broke even, so I'm gonna have to give him the nod. Plus, he's out there a lot more than I am. I have to work for a living.
All right, Herb. Hey, great to talk to you. Thanks so much.
Herb.
Thank you.
For more great videos from the MSG 150, check out right there. And remember, our show is on Monday through Thursday, 8 to 10:30 p.m. on MSG Network and MSG Go.